Hello and welcome back to Heart of the Holte. It's me, Dan Morgan, today, and I'm going to run you through 5 things Aston Villa must do to beat Tottenham Hotspur in 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes, guys, it's usually been 150 seconds. We've listened to you guys. We know you want the longer content, so here we are. Now, Tottenham are fresh off a 2-1 defeat in the North London derby against Arsenal, with Eric Lamela getting sent off, Heung-min Son coming off injured. A lot of things happened in this game that will have big ramifications in our game against Tottenham on Sunday. So here I am to give you the 5 things that Aston Villa must do to beat Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Let's go. First things first, we have to attack Tottenham down their right-hand side. It's easy to say that with Villa, if Grealish is in the team, of course, most of our attacks are coming from that left-hand side. Even without Grealish in the side, we saw against Newcastle that 49% of Aston Villa's attacks came down their left-hand side. A lot of that, as you guys rightfully pointed out in the comments, is thanks to Matt Targett's attacking outputs. When you compare that to El Mohammadi and you compare the attacking outputs from both sides, naturally, more of the attacks are going to come from the younger and more aggressive fullback in Matt Targett. However, even without Jack Grealish, I think Villa can do a number on Spurs by attacking Spurs down their right-hand side. As we saw in the North London derby, Bale kind of left Doherty out to dry for the whole game, and Doherty has actually really struggled since joining Spurs and playing in a traditional back four as opposed to the back 3 or 5, however you want to look at it, that he played with Wolves. Now, as you can see on the screen right here is the average positions of Tottenham in the North London derby. Doherty actually has a lot of space left in behind. 40%, I believe, of Spurs' attacks in the North London derby still came from that right-hand side, but when it comes to the defensive work, Saka and Tierney had Doherty pinned back quite significantly, and Bale didn't do as much on the defensive side. So if Villa are going to get anything out of this game, Villa need to exploit the space in behind that Doherty is leaving, and of course Bale is leaving, therefore to penetrate the defence and hopefully get something from this game. Now, point number 2, this one is very unlikely as Dean Smith doesn't really do too many of these formation or tactical changes. But personally, for me, I would go back to a 4-2-3-1 with a twist. No wingers, play central, pack the middle of the park with creative midfielders. Have Dougie and Marv anchoring that midfield. And I want to see Barkley, I want to see Sanson, and I want to see John McGinn all up the pitch. As you'll be able to see on this graphic here, this will actually be really useful in terms of isolating the fullbacks. And as I said on point 1, really getting the most out of the likes of Doherty. When you've got someone like Targett creating an overload, you've got Sanson out there who can also drift wide and assist. Dropping into these pockets of space, you've got 3 narrow midfielders, attacking midfielders essentially against a flat bank of 2. You would hope that Villa's chances would be heavily stacked in their favour by doing so. I really think this is a good way that we can get the most out of players like John McGinn. He's not really shown his form that we know he's capable of, whereas I think if we push him up further up the pitch in a more attacking role, and I think you'd find a lot of the goals that John McGinn actually scored in the Championship actually came from him coming in from this right-hand side. Of course, it's not going to be a wide position, but occupying this kind of attacking midfielder space on the right-hand side of the pitch, I think we're going to get the best out of John McGinn, and Villa have to play with a 10. The midfield's been too flat recently. Ross Barkley, I'm banking on him finding his form. He has to sooner or later if he wants to be within a shout of getting to the Euros. I think this is the game that Barkley could turn his fortunes around as well. And Villa have to see Sanson start. He was arguably our best player against Wolves. We have to see the man start, let him influence and dictate a game early on. Number 3, Spurs will be without Son and Lamela as they both are injured and suspended respectively from their North London derby. Now, this ultimately means Harry Kane is going to be the main focal point of that team. We have seen him step down and look to play them balls to Son being the main man so far this season. But Harry Kane will take the mantle. He scored 6 goals in all appearances against Aston Villa, and it's going to be a really tough competition for our defence. One, however, I am 100% confident that Ty and Concert can contain. And Ezri Konsa, so far this season, he has been fantastic. He's made 42 blocks, 12 interceptions, and he's within the top 14 percentile of blocks made by defenders in the whole world over the past year, which is absolutely remarkable. So he's going to be very key in keeping Harry Kane quiet down our defensive end of the pitch. And finally, just to lead on from that, so far this season, Spurs have conceded 30 goals this season in the Premier League, an average of 1.07 per 90 minutes of football. If Villa are to achieve anything against Spurs, we've got to hope that Ollie Watkins has got his shooting boots. And I say that with no disrespect at all. He has been one of the most unfortunate strikers in the Premier League, hitting the woodwork 8 times, I believe, so far this season. He's actually got an XG so far this season of 12, and he's scored 10 goals. So he's performing about right, give or take 1 or 2 post and crossbar hits. And his XG per 90 is 0.44. Surely you've got to back the Arsenal fan to score against Tottenham, haven't you? There it is. That is my 5 things that Aston Villa must do in order to beat Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Now, if you guys are watching this and aren't subscribed, please, I beg you, we are so close to 4,000 subscribers. I believe we're about 5 off at the time of recording. We may have even hit it by the time this video has gone live, which would be truly amazing. The support you guys have given us on the channel this season since the summer has been truly remarkable. Dan and I, it means the most to us, man. We've got a lot of big things coming for the channel, including a shirt giveaway when we hit 4,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, subscribe. You'll be in with a chance to win a free Aston Villa home shirt. And yeah, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are ahead of this game, who's going to be really important to this tie, and let us know some score predictions in the comments down below, as I didn't ask Dan in our last podcast, which I usually do, so he's been let off the hook there, Dan. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, hit the like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more content. Up the Villa.